Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, the market seems to have found a little bit more momentum overnight after the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, took a further tumble, and that was from 105.84 to a low of 104.52 and now trades around 104.65. This in terms has seen the Australian dollar reach its objective, which was at 68.45. With the market slightly eased now that with an expected 50 base point rate hike coming in December, the dollar has found a bit of weakness and some of the stock market rallies have sustained. Looking forward though, the Australian dollar has reached its objective of 68.45, so it's now time to reassess. However, the ADX is trending bullish and therefore the last firm candles of 3 days has put a little bit more upside potential. A break of 45 would give further scope to about 68.95, but I feel we're getting a little bit close to the top side of its range due to last time we got these highs, which was back in early September, which was around close to 69 cents. The market found good supply, and therefore since the rebound from the lows of 61.5, the market that was in October, the market should now start taking profit as we get closer towards that top side of the range. The euro, the bulls cheer as the market reclaims that top side level of 105 and now posts an intraday high of 105.33. The technicals have firmed up also, with the ADX now holding to a somewhat bullish aspect, and also the RSI has slowly married up now to the MACD. Looking to the top side though, we could see a rise to 105.70 as all eyes turn to the main event, which is the US non-farm payrolls, with an expected number to come out around 200,000 jobs that were created last month, which was a drop from the previous month of 260,000, while unemployment is expected to hold around 3.7%. Any pullback should find support around the region of 104.5. The dollar yen, well, the market crushes the level of 136.45 and gets to a low of 135.20 on an intraday. Looking at the technicals though, we are a little bit oversold, but the ADX is still holding bearish, and therefore if we just close this up a touch, we can see that we may be heading lower. That is towards the region around 132.5. In light of this heavy candle, which is close to a Marubozu, therefore could see further weakness into today's session as the dollar may tumble, as I mentioned, further. And if the dollar does tumble further, then we could be looking towards the region for the index. That is around, I feel that could be 103 and reassess from there. Sterling, well, the market cheers as the 122 level was captured and also sustained after it printed a high of 123.10. In light of the pattern, also the market has strengthened up and therefore could look towards the next target, which we need to jump into either the weeklies or close this up. And we bring this up, you can see that the market did touch those highs that were back in July, around 122, 123, but we may be looking now up towards the region of 124.5 and reassess. Looking at gold, market was dynamic overnight in terms of the rally after it took out the level of 1,784 and rallied on to capture the 1,800. Looking at the technicals, we're still looking for a further rise. The ADX is trending slightly to a bull case. MACD has firmed up, so looking towards 1,814, but I'm still a little bit careful just in case we get a little bit of take profit coming through to this region, because towards that level of 1,814 does get a little bit toppy, and also back to levels around July. In light of the pattern though, we've got a Marubozu candle that is bullish, and the previous candle was firm as well, so I don't feel the market will be backing down as of yet. So let's see how it contests that level of 1,811.14 and then reassess. Wrapping up with oil, well, the market did take a stab to that topside region. I was looking for a break of 81.80 to 95, which we did get after printing an intraday high of $83 a barrel. Nevertheless, the market is finding a little bit of difficulty as it gets up towards this top side around 82.83 due to the technicals that aren't bullish from an ADX, but the RSI is holding in there and the MACD is firming up. Therefore, I wouldn't, at this point, abandon that topside challenge around $83 a barrel, but I'm a little bit on the cautious side as the market still overall from a broader aspect is somewhat negative. But we can see how the week closes. If we do get an engulfing candle, which is close to where we are now, then that will be bullish into next week and may even put $87 for next week as an objective. But we do need a little bit more confirmation and the weekly close to support that call. Well, that wraps it for the day. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the great start to the new weekend.